What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Get It Right Saturday Night Podcast. I'm your host, Bart Francis, here with the whole gang is back here. Let's first start off with the usual guys. We got Colin Fursley,
Yep, what's going on?
we got Oscar Morale,
Hey guys, how you doing?
and we got making his once in every semester or so appearance, the Marco, no middle name, Neto.
What's up, guys? How we doing? Glad to be here. Last minute, but gotta hang with the boys. Let's go.
Glad to have you back here, brother. You know, schedule's always busy for everyone, but we're here. What's on the docket today, Colin? Let's go through it, baby.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, not a whole lot going on this week because there's no NFL games for the first time. There's the Pro Bowl, but no one cares about the Pro Bowl. So, I mean, okay, Marco,
Fun
you
fact
wanna talk
about the Pro Bowl.
Go
Fun
ahead,
fact.
go ahead.
Fun
It
fact
was
about the Pro
today.
Bowl. It's
Yeah.
in my hometown, my new hometown of Orlando. Typically, student government executive branch gets free tickets to the Skills Challenge, which is inside the field house at UCF. This was the first year that our bummy athletics director was not able to acquire us tickets, so I'm very upset about that. Last year, they met the likes of CJ Stroud, CeeDee Lamb, and company, and this year, we didn't get to do that. So I'm upset about that, but go Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Man,
Fun
that blows.
fact about that stadium, where the Pro Bowl is held every year. It's actually where the Pop-Tarts Bowl was held.
Very fun
Uh,
Pop-Tarts
yeah.
boy.
UM versus Iowa State. It's also in a really bad neighborhood in Orlando. When me and the gang walked out of the Pop-Tarts Bowl looking for the Uber, it was on I believe. What was it? It's a very famous street that's known for a lot of crime in Orlando, and that's where our Uber.
International Drive.
OBT? Orange
Uh,
Blossom Trail?
No,
Which I know about
something
OBT.
with I think it's something with a W, but
Walt
Well-
Disney World Drive.
no, definitely not. But the point is, when we got into the Uber driver was like, "What are you guys doing here?" And we were like, "What?" And he's like, "This is the worst street in Orlando."
Yeah, that's
Another-
Well, I mean, you live and you learn.
Exactly.
Another
How
fun
about
fact.
this? How about this? Just don't watch the Hurricanes play. They suck anyways. Like that. There you go. That's how to solve all the problems.
Says the guy that his city got more inches of snow than wins this year.
Thank you, Mark.
Another fun fact, though, J.J. Watt said that the Pro Bowl isn't even a Pro Bowl. It's just them playing capture the flag. So maybe I could be in the Pro Bowl, bro.
It's been like that for like what, 3 years now?
Yeah, and that blows, man. That sucks.
This is the second year, I think. I don't know. Anyway,
Third.
No?
Pretty sure it's third. Yeah. Last year was the second, I'm pretty sure. Flag
Okay.
football?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Marco, are you gonna go to the Pro Bowl?
No,
No.
I won't
Oh,
be in
man.
attendance.
All right. Well.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's no NFL is my point. So it's the Pro Bowl, whatever.
It's the worst time of the year.
Should have been in Hawaii. The only Pro
That's
Bowl that
true.
ever matters is the Hawaii Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be nice, especially for the players too. Anyways, so shorter pod. There's only one thing we're gonna talk about the NFL, the the championship games last week. And first off, though, we're gonna start off with Jimmy Butler again for the third time. He got suspended again for the third time. This time though, it's indefinitely, which means I'm pretty sure we will never see him play another game for the Miami Heat. Trade deadline is next week. And, yeah, so, Marco, I'm going to put you on the spot, man. Welcome back. How do you feel about Jimmy Butler?
Honestly, man, that I have been following quite closely. I just think it's really indicative, slightly of how, I think the Heat's front office has changed a little bit in the last couple years. I feel like Pat Riley's always been, he still is, I'm not going to take it away from him, a premier manager in sports. I'm not even going to say in basketball or the NBA in particular. But, I'm happy to see that there's, some, hopefully some steps being taken in the near future to get him out. I think it's gone on a little too long, given him a little too much time to show his personality, which we know is full of shenanigans. He's not afraid to do what he's done, like, walk out of practices and, to say what he needs to say, online or with reporters or on his own, pages. But I think that, this serves as a lesson to other NBA teams that need to have, more of a no nonsense policy for behavior like this because, quite frankly, it's a business at the end of the day and, that's the top guy on their payroll. So, while he does, merit respect, when that aspect of, trust and reliability and compliance is broken, I think you have to double down. I don't think the Heat has done that like I think they should. But I'm happy to see that they're showing signs of, potentially moving on. I don't even care about a package at this point. I just want him out. So to be concise, that's where I'm at.
Oscar, what do you think?
Well, on a similar tone to Marco, I think it's just best that we part ways now at this point. Get a package done. I mean, especially if you're gonna suspend him indefinitely, which means like you don't even want him to play anymore. I think the best thing is to just try to find a package that works out. We touched on this last pod. I think, it's really hard to try to make it work, to try and get a player back of similar value for him. Guys, I just don't think there's a player like that exists in the NBA that's like of similar value to him. Or at least there's not going to be a team that's going to give up a player like that. Because they're probably going to be young players. There's not really an old player like that. But I would say like we said last podcast, just go for picks. I think picks is definitely the way to go, and try to structure it around the hero who's really emerged this year, Jovic, who's been getting better and better every season, and Bam, and try to get something going around a young core that we have.
Don't forget Kalo Ware. He's been playing phenomenal as well.
Yeah, he's been playing very good defense coming off the bench. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, the Heat have always been great at drafting a talent out of the NBA draft, even when they don't have the highest draft picks. So if we can get a few years of like really high draft picks, I think we can really make some noise. But again, the Heat have never done that. They've never tanked. They've never been one to settle. But I have faith. I have faith in the organization. It's tried and true. I'm sure whatever they end up doing, they'll find some success doing it.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice knowing that your organization, your franchise is actually competent in the front office, unlike every other Miami sports team. Speaking of another Miami sports team, breaking news, because everyone cares so much about this. The Marlins just traded one of their catchers to the what are they even called now? The Athletics.
Yeah.
For cash. We just got money.
Sacramento Athletics.
Just for money. Now, his name is Johnny Peretta. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've heard of him, so I don't really care. But, just my point. Yeah, I'm glad that we have the Heat organization. Is gonna.
Dude, we're making
do the
cash
right thing.
deals in Little Havana now, bro.
I know, right?
We're
Because we
making
need it.
cash
Our
deals.
owners don't want to spend any money. Mark, what do you think? You have anything else to add to this
Oh, yeah.
conversation?
Yeah,
I know you really wanted to break that news. I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I saw it on ESPN. I was like, oh shoot, No, this is outrageous actions by Jimmy, and his behavior is childish. I mean, it really is. And it doesn't matter if he walked out at the end of practice or shoot around or whatever. He walked out, and that is unacceptable as a leader of a team, right? And that is not someone you want in the locker room. That is not someone you want influencing your young core that is the future of your team. So whatever way they can get Jimmy shipped out of here, I support it. If they can shut down his black card, go ahead. I support it. Make him downgrade to the gold, and he can't get into the American Express Centurion Lounge. I don't care, right? But no, I mean, look, there's also been some talks about now that we have De'Aaron Fox who's wanting, who's like might possibly get traded, and one of his destinations he said was the Miami Heat. Do I see that happening? I don't think so. Everyone says he's going to go to the Spurs. The Spurs have more compensation to give Sacramento than Miami. And really, I don't think we're going to get a player in return at all this this trade with Jimmy Butler. I think picks is the best play, like Oscar emphasized the last two times, and I didn't think so before, but I think it's the best way to do it. And with the trade deadline coming in now, it really is now or never. And since the Heat are low key, they have pressure on him to get him away. Teams are going to start lowballing a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more until they just get rid of him. And some team's going to get a steal, and that's pretty much it.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Mark, because like I think because of the indefinite suspension, like teams can so easily lowball them now because all they're gonna counter with is just say, well, you don't even want him on your team, so why should we give up our assets for him?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that was just a bit of a shot in the foot by the Heat by suspending him indefinitely. I know they're trying to send a message and say like we don't tolerate, that type of attitude, that type of mindset, but just from a business side of things, it just makes it very difficult now to try to get something in return unless you go for the picks now. So
yeah, and
That's
I mean, also Oscar, I agree with you fully about saying that we draft really well. We've seen it. I mean, the Miami Heat are some of the best teams in the NBA draft, and they will continue to do so with this amazing front office that we have. And last thing I want to mention real quick, I saw this somewhere on Miami Heat Daily News, Shader, whatever. Apparently the Heat have interest in Luka Doncic in 2026. Do I think that's gonna happen? I don't think so. I think it's all I think they're just throwing shiz out there.
Bro,
Pardon
not this again,
pardon
bro.
my français. No, I'm just saying because it came up, and apparently Pat Riley wants to do a big push for Luka, and he wants to attract him to Miami. But I'm gonna be honest. If I am a player in the NBA and I see what the team is doing to a star player like Jimmy Butler, I think that's kind of repelling the stars away and really showing that regardless of who you are, we don't mess around. And if you want to play games, we will play the games better. You got to learn the rules of the game to play it better than anyone else, and that's
Mark,
what the Heat are doing.
I'm so glad you mentioned Luka, man, because my glorious king, my GOAT, the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basketball, not named LeBron James, of course. I think that it could be a possibility.
You forgot somebody.
No, it could be a possibility.
Michael Jordan!
Michael
Jordan's not the GOAT?
It could be a possibility that Luka comes to Miami just because I think he's very good friends with Goran Dragic, and we know how much Goran loves Miami. Now, because they're
but also you could say the same
I
for
think
De'Aaron
there's no
Fox.
chance of this. I think that the Heat's gonna have to go unk for unk, and just like what Oscar was saying earlier, there are no valuable unks out there right now. So this is kind of a double negative. It's not like there's no way we're trading for one of these hot pocket guys.
Oh no, we're not trading for Luka. That's not
I don't
what I'm
think
saying.
so.
I'm saying,
No, not Luka.
Guys,
No. I'm saying
guys,
even like some middle of the way
It's not.
guy.
It's not a trade for Luka.
Jimmy's
It's not a trade for
35,
Luka's gonna be a free agent in 2026.
Guys,
To be honest, I think he's gonna get a deal. He's gonna get a
Guys,
deal
this is
with.
like Paul Skeens to the Marlins, bro.
No,
This is not happening, bro.
Bro, if Livy Dunn is in Miami, bro, I don't care. I'm in, bro.
This is not happening, bro.
Luka has an angel.
Guys.
When it comes to the Miami Heat, he has an angel and a devil on his shoulder. The angel, of course, Goran Dragic, who loves the Heat, is one of his best friends on the Slovenian national team. But he has that devil on his shoulder, Dirk Nowitzki, who is a lifelong Heat hater because he's a lifelong Dallas Maverick. When he went up against the Heat both times, he got into the finals. He's going to be telling him, Luka, do not go to the Miami Heat. There's very bad distractions there. The organization, they don't care about you. Stay in Dallas. I care about you. Mark Cuban, he does everything for you, man. Like, just stay here, please, in Dallas.
Okay, guys, hold on.
Look, hold on. Let me say one more thing. No. Okay, look. Bam Adebayo.
Let me
Bam
talk.
No.
No.
Guys are clowns.
Guys, let me talk.
Colin, aren't you the host? Just kick him out.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Alright, fine. Go ahead, young fella.
Thank you. Guys.
fella.
Oh, the Miami Heat are going to try to get Luka Doncic in free agency. We're going to make a big push. We're like the Cowboys, guys, which I don't want to admit this, but, this is our year. We're going to get the best players. We were supposed to make a push for every single player known to man.
But that's
Donovan
not true.
Mitchell.
We're not like
No.
we're not like the Cowboys.
Kevin
Yeah.
Durant.
Bradley
No.
Beal for the last
Giannis
12 years.
Antetokounmpo.
Let me count.
No.
Let me
Bradley
count.
Beal.
Let me
No.
count.
Now it's De'Aaron Fox. No.
Let me count.
Every time someone
Look,
comes
it's
up,
possible.
we never
It's
get
possible.
Them.
It's
Damian
possible.
Lillard.
It's
Bro.
possible we get De'Aaron Fox because
Let me-
De'Aaron Fox
No,
and
it's
Bam
not.
Adebayo
I'm siding
played
with Colin on
together.
this one. We're
They-
like
it's-
all talk, no bark.
We're
all
never.
bark,
No,
no
it's not
bite.
It's, oh, okay. We are
Go
all
ahead,
talk.
Oscar.
We are all talk. It's not like the Cowboys. And here's the key difference. It's because we have and we will. Sorry, we have and we will attract stars now and for forever. The problem, and where I agree with you, is that every time there's a star on the market, every time there's a star available, of course, Miami is an ideal trade destination. So no matter what, like, if you're a big-time enough player, you're always going to be linked to Miami whenever you're a free agent because everybody wants to play for Miami. Everybody wants to be in Miami. Everybody loves the city of Miami and the women and the team and, you know, the culture and everything. It's just the truth, man. You look at Stephen A., that guy doesn't shut up about Miami, and he's from New York.
That's
Shut up,
true.
bro.
He's in Miami right now, actually.
Yeah, we've got a New York
Look,
epidemic here in
Stephen
Miami.
Stephen A. wants to huzz, bro. Let him be, dude.
We've got a
But,
New Yorker
Cloud,
epidemic here in Miami.
He
Go
just
back to
walks
your
on the
state.
side of the street on Brickell Avenue. He's like,
Anyways.
let me tell you, these women are fantastic. Look at this one. Let me go. Hey, how you
Yeah.
doing? The guy's like
So
60,
you got
bro.
the big old woman in San Antonio, but you got them slim ladies down in Miami.
What are we doing? Anyway.
Woo!
Anyways, if you're a big enough star, I feel like you're always going to be linked to Miami because it's just always an ideal trade destination or like a spot for you to land as a free agent. So that's why it always seems like every star is always linked to Miami. However, we have signed big-time stars and gotten them to Miami before. Like, it's not like we haven't done it. Case in point, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning. Wait.
2006.
Wait.
2000
freaking years
Wait,
ago.
wait,
You're talking
wait,
20
wait.
years ago.
Let me
You're
talk,
talking.
let me
You're
talk,
talking
let
when
me
Pat
talk.
Riley's hairline was still up here.
Let me talk. Anyways, Jimmy Butler and LeBron James. Where we won,
Wow.
as you
The
can
Three
see,
three guys in
players
2010, the
with
three guys in
one-
2010, and then
Which-
Jimmy Butler. That's all
which-
we've gotten since
which-
we were born.
okay, but that's
The only
that's
thing,
three
look,
chips.
the only
That's
thing
more
we've
than,
gotten
like,
the
half
last
of
5
the
years,
NBA
the only
franchises.
thing, look, the only thing we've gotten the last 5 years is Pat Riley saying, "Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back," and that has gotten us nowhere
Oh,
at
so
all.
now you agree with me. You were trying to
But
interrupt me earlier, and now
it's-
you agree with me?
It's
What
not
is
true.
this?
I don't
No,
think
I'm
it's
just,
true. It's not
I
that
was
it's gotten us
interrupting you
nowhere.
because I
Listen,
wasn't bringing up De'Aaron Fox.
It's two
He
five.
ain't coming.
Whoa. It has not gotten us nowhere. It's
I'm
two
just
finals
saying.
appearances in 4 years. That's
As far as
not
I'm concerned,
nowhere.
if you don't have a ring, it don't matter. All right.
Oh my
So,
god. Okay.
It's fun in
You
the
guys
moment.
are
Crispy
not
sound
Like,
great.
we're in the
loud.
finals.
You guys are not grateful at all whatsoever.
baby.
Well, look, it's fun in the moment. Like, oh, we're in the finals. That's pretty cool. But like when you lose and then like a couple years go by, it's like, bro.
Yeah, I know
It
that.
just makes me sad.
Of course, but at least like you got there, bro. Like you know how many teams I haven't even gotten to the finals. Like, hello.
You're right.
Yeah, but
you know,
but also
about-
we're
think
the
about it.
Miami
We're
Heat.
spoiled, okay? We're spoiled. We're from
Yeah.
Miami, all right? We
Exactly.
deserve to get some good players,
We're-
man.
we're the Miami Heat.
Thank you. Yes.
But we
okay, so
never
let's
are.
start
We
with
still never
let's
get
start start with shipping out Tua Tagovailoa and trying
Yes.
to switch the Dolphins. Hey, we're talking about
I want
Miami
Sam
sports
Darnold,
unilaterally.
baby.
Come on.
Oh boy. Oh
We're
boy.
talking about
Oh boy.
we're
What
talking
a
about
shit.
Where's
Miami
the
sports
kick
unilaterally. Then I don't know, brother.
I want Sam Darnold.
Anyways.
I want JJ McCarthy.
I want
It-
Cooper
speaking
Rush.
of- speaking
Anybody,
on the-
bro.
I want Tommy DeVito, baby! Tommy DeVito! Sorry. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for your apology. That was bad.
This episode is just giving crackhead energy. Anyways, if we are switching it up and talking about the Dolphins now, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Jonnu Smith. He is actually replacing Travis Kelce in the Pro Bowl. So
Is he
Yes,
really?
man.
We have a player!
Man,
we
man,
have a player!
man, I do not like Taylor Swift's boyfriend, bruh. Flip that guy,
Guys,
man.
The Dolphins have someone in the Pro Bowl. I didn't even know that. This is breaking news. No way. Okay, cool. That's good. I didn't even know that. That's great.
Bro, that
great
boy,
news.
Jonnu Smith has not been good since 2020 when he
All
was
I'm
on my
gonna-
fantasy football team, bro.
Whoa. All I'm gonna say is the Dolphins
Bro,
were
what?
carried. Or all I'm gonna say is the Dolphins were carried by an FIU alum this season. So shout out to Jonnu Smith. He balled out.
Shout
this
out
season.
to all them Pears.
As a Kane,
I don't know what that means.
it pains me to
Bro,
say
boo,
that. But
boo. What the heck was
That's why
that?
you
Is there a
carried Miami
boo
this year.
audio on here? What the heck was that?
Holy Mark, swing and a miss.
Yo, what's up, Colin? What's up next? You get directed. What's up
Alright,
next,
yeah.
Colin?
So,
NFC Championship.
No,
Next
no,
up,
no.
we got the
We'll get
NFC
there. We'll get there.
Championship
We'll get there.
between
No,
the
no, no, no,
Eagles
no, no,
and
no,
the
no.
Commanders. It was snowing.
Hey.
Yes,
We're
Daddy.
still on the NBA.
Oh,
We still got to
sorry.
get to the NBA. The most important thing to happen. The All-Star game, obviously. So, the All-Star teams were announced. Here is the list of all the All-Stars. With-
James Harden still plays basketball? That's
He's actually doing pretty well. But
Dang, I didn't know that.
Tyler Hero, first-time All-Star, shout out him.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Oscar, I'll start off with you. What are some notable additions to this All-Star? Actually, let's do this. We'll go. Oscar, you start. Who's one player that you don't think should have made it, and one player that didn't make it that should have? Go ahead.
Oh, I like that. You're putting me on the spot.
I can do
here.
that. First,
I
if
don't
you
watch
want.
enough basketball, but
Oscar,
I'm gonna say
if
something
you want
funny.
to think, I can go first.
All right,
Yeah,
Mark, go
go
ahead.
ahead. I'll put some thought into it. Go ahead, Mark.
LaMelo Ball was robbed.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball was robbed.
I didn't even
I have a
notice
question,
Lamelo
though.
That's how
was
I-
missing on here.
I have a question though. Is he not injured?
Wait, are we doing
No.
one? No.
No, he's
Are
not
we
injured
doing-
right now.
Are we doing one per conference? Is that what you're
No,
asking
no,
us,
no, no.
or just in general?
No, in general.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me.
Oh,
If you want me to
this is so
begin.
easy. Yeah. So
I
Okay.
swear LaMelo Ball got injured recently.
no.
No. But
Oh.
look, if you want me to take someone out, and I'll be honest, the West is stacked. I wouldn't take. I mean, I don't know much
Well,
about the
no.
West.
No,
But-
there is one
but-
player in the West that I would take out, but
I would take out Pascal Siakam, and I would put in LaMelo Ball.
oh wow.
To be honest, I haven't.
Okay.
And I know Indiana has been on the come up low key lately. They started off kind of wee, and now they're a little bit on the come up. And I know they've been playing all right because I have Tyrese. I know I have all these guys, but I don't think Pascal Siakam should be there. He turned it on a little bit recently, but I think LaMelo Ball. I mean, I saw a crazy stat. He's like doing some stuff that's like only LeBron has done in the last like 20 years or something. So, I think LaMelo Ball should be there. And also, he was number 1 in like fan votes and number 9 in some other vote or something. So he got robbed entirely.
I'll give a quick one that I don't see on here that is a little surprising to me. I don't follow too much ball, but I just wanted to see if I was tripping. I don't see Trae Young on here, and I think Trae Young's a decent guy. I looked up. I mean, I've seen him on the headlines, but I just looked up the stats to confirm he's averaging just around 23 points a game, about 12 assists. He's always been a solid player. And that's a little shocking to me not to see him up there with, I'm not going to take away any, accolade to, the other guards in the East, but, I think he belongs in that list of the elite.
Yeah, that was my other option. I absolutely agree with you. And robbed, honestly.
Also, can we give a shout out to my glorious king LeBron James for his 21st straight nomination and win onto the West All-Star team? Can we and the
As a
East?
starter,
Yo.
too.
The only reason that boy is on there is because he's playing like he's literally a fossil, right? He's literally a fossil playing in the NBA.
Do not say
whoa,
that about the
whoa.
glorious king.
Yeah.
He is holding his weight.
Look. I love Le
Come on,
Offspring more
buddy.
than I love Le Mickey. So,
Whoa.
big boy Bronny putting up some LA numbers: 90210, 9 minutes, 0 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 0 steals and 2 turnovers. That boy nasty. 90210.
I just wanted to shout out LeBron for, love him or hate him, 21 straight's pretty impressive at any age. So, good for him.
Yes.
Why'd you leave us, though? This is why we like this, but...
Absolutely.
So, what's your answer?
So I'm gonna have to agree with Mark here. I was gonna say like one player that for sure needs to be in is LaMelo Ball. He's snubbed. He also led I believe the league in guard votes. So I believe he was the guard with the most votes in the league to be an All-Star, fan votes that is, and he was not chosen by the committee or. I don't know. I know it's like a board of panelists or like actual like
The board of
officials,
trustees.
that actually vote Like for example, Ernie Johnson, I believe, has a vote. Like it's like actual media, like members of the media that vote for the All Stars. And I don't know how the hell LaMelo Ball was not voted in. That's for sure. And for someone I would say doesn't deserve it, it would honestly I'm gonna have to agree with Mark again. Mark is knowing Ball.
I know Ball.
Surprising.
Yeah, someone record that shit.
Pascal Siakam, bruh.
Psycho.
A man like Siakam, just nothing really special coming out of the Pacers compared to last year. I know you can't sustain greatness. There's ebbs and flows and there's ups and downs, but it's really lackluster of what we've seen from the Pacers so far this year. And I'm double checking right now, but I believe they're like 5th in the East, which doesn't sound bad at all because they've been winning their games. They're 26-20. They're 6 games over 500. But your most important 2 players, especially Tyrese Halliburton, has fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And Pascal Siakam just, I don't know, man.
Look, man,
He's
if
kinda
Pascal's
regressed.
in,
He's kind of regressed a little
Tyrese
bit,
should be
in
too. I
my
mean, let's be
opinion.
real. If we're talking
Yo,
about,
can I put a name? Can I put a name out here that I don't see? That's a little bit. I was talking to Lucas on the phone the other day. What's up with Tyrese Maxey not being on this list though? What's up with that?
Nah, he hasn't had a good year.
He's averaging 28 points a game.
he was injured for a decent while. I'm pretty
You
sure.
think that's what it is?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I know that because I went up against him in fantasy when he came back from his injury recently, I'm pretty sure, and he's been absolutely dominating me, but I think he was injured for at least like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, so that probably killed him a little bit there.
Definitely.
But I'll actually, one thing I kind of want to mention, Cat as a starter, like what are your guys' thoughts on that? I know
No, he's earned it this year.
I don't know about his
his
stats if he's up there for a starter or not.
He's been doing really well. He's been doing really
Yeah,
well.
Low key,
he's
I
been-
think that's an LGBTQ DEI move before the Trump administration came in because that place zesty and they wanted to put some diversity in there.
Oh my
Oh my lord.
After all that,
Look, here's what my pick. First of
Yeah,
all,
baby.
one thing I want to say: Tyrese Maxey has played. Let me just confirm that Tyrese Maxey has played 8 more games than LaMelo Ball. So I'm not saying he's better than LaMelo. I'm just going to say that LaMelo Ball has missed some time. So if your excuse for Maxey is games played, LaMelo's played less games. So that's the first thing I want to say. In my personal opinion, I think Jalen Williams should be bounced out. Not saying he's bad. I just think he's the worst from the West. And now putting in probably the most underrated player in the entire league.
Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams.
if you
is
say
definitely
Demontis
DeMontis
not the worst from the
Sabonis,
West.
I'm gonna be so happy.
Jalen Williams is not the
Oscar,
worst
go
from
ahead.
the West.
I just looked
So
up
Jalen
some
Williams
numbers.
is
He's actually cooking.
Who's worse from the West?
Probably Harden.
Look,
out of all of those
guys.
names on
Harden?
the list.
Harden's been doing good this year.
No, I know,
James-
but J-Dub has been insane this year.
He's been
Like,
good.
insane.
Okay, guys, hold on. First of
No.
all, let's put this into context. All of these guys are all-stars. I'm not saying he's bad,
Yeah.
okay? So okay.
No,
Yeah,
We're
but
talking about good and
even
great here.
compared,
We're not talking
no,
about.
I know, but you compared J-Dub and what he's done this year to what Harden has done this year, and J-Dub
it's-
is like on a different tier. Like he's actually a lot better.
Yeah, but it's because Harden has been carrying the Clippers. Like, at least he has Shea, doing a lot of the. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good player, but James Harden
No, that whole
has
team
had to
is
do more.
really good. But
yeah, exactly.
what I would like to shout out though, and I think it's gonna be something similar to what Marco was talking about. How we just saw LeBron's 21st. This is the first of many for Victor Wembanyama, the absolute freak, the absolute French alien, the force of nature that is Victor Wembanyama. It's gonna be. I'm so excited to just see this player for the next 10 years, man. Like, just you look at him play basketball.
not, bro.
and
I
it's
hate
just-
looking at him.
It's like, oh my god, like it's
He
like
just looks so weird, bro. Like I just don't like looking
he's
at
an
him. I don't know.
alien. He's an alien, bro. He's a
Bro,
freak
he's a
of
Slender Man.
nature. Yeah. Where's Luca? Where's my boy Luca? You guys didn't mention
He's
Luca?
crippled, bro. He's been
Oh,
injured
and
for like
eligible.
2 months.
Played.
He
All right,
missed
look.
the 18 games.
Okay, hold on,
mark
hold on,
or
wait,
whatever.
May I say one thing?
The guy who should be in the All-Star. I'm gonna say what you were gonna say.
Okay.
The guy that should be in the All-Star game is who you were talking about. The most underrated player in the entire league, who never makes the All-Star game for some weird reason. It's Domantas
Sabonis.
Where
What
is
the
he?
fuck is
That
going
guy's a
on?
walking
He's
double-double.
he's
Triple
No, no,
doubles
he-
on
he's
occasion.
made
I
don't
face
follow
him in
ball like that,
fantasy and I
but
still
I
lose.
remember every
last
single
year,
year he's
I
on the
know.
snub
Here,
list.
and he
He's
didn't
on
make-
the snub
I know,
list
I know.
every year.
Yeah.
Dang, you're right.
Demonte
Okay.
Sabonis. It's because he has big shoes to fill, man. He can't like Arvidas is just
His
like
dad
an
is
all-time
just-
GOAT. Yeah.
His dad is just legendary.
Nah.
Yeah, but he's the best player on his team, and
Yeah,
the team was good last year.
I think he should.
Why do you think Bronny's so
he should
bad? He's
replace
got
Sengun.
Laborious' eyes over his shoulder.
The team was even better 2 years ago, and I think even then he didn't make the All-Star game if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right, Colin. He's a consistent
I don't
snub.
remember
So
that. Yeah,
he's a
I'm
consistent
going
snub.
with Saboni.
Look,
Saboner.
big boy Sengun, bro. Big boy Sengun. Let me just pull up Sabonis' stats versus Sengun's stats.
Well, the
all right?
Rockets are doing really well.
Really good,
and,
yeah.
I
and the Kings are
understand,
not.
but the stats.
Where's okay.
19 points per game for Sengun. Sabonis 20.9. Sengun 10.4 boards. Sabonis 14.5 boards.
Let him know,
Sengun
Mark.
5
Let him know.
assists. Sabonis 6.6 assists. Field goal percentage, Sengun 49.1, Sabonis 61%. That is absurd. He is
This
the
message
number
was
5 pick
approved
in
by the
fantasy
47th
football.
president
This
of
dude
the
Sengun went
United States.
undrafted in my league. Domantas Sabonis 5th overall
Oh,
pick.
bro, your league is stupid.
What?
Is
My
this the
league-
same league
my-
that let you have like the top 4 running backs in the league in fantasy
No.
football?
This is
Oh,
a very
so it's worse. Okay.
no, much better. It's a very competitive league actually.
All right.
I'm just
well,
saying,
There
absurd,
you go.
absurd. I'm pissed.
Absurd recurds. Anyways,
Besides
Absurd
that, shout
recruits.
out. Actually, the greatest athlete of all time, Tyler Toney.
no.
Can we give
oh
him?
my god.
Can we give a round of applause? DPHQ3.
Boo. All right, so let's get into the last part of the podcast. We got the conference championship games from last week. We'll start off in the NFC. We got the Eagles versus the Commanders. So yeah, I mean, I think this was the second most points ever scored in a conference championship game, if I'm not mistaken. Eagles absolutely routed them, and Saquon Barkley 3 touchdowns, first 2 carries, he had 2 touchdowns, including the 60-yarder on the first play from scrimmage for the Eagles, and also 118 yards. And just the Commanders' defense clearly was not doing anything.
The Eagles just pulled their good old reliable. They used their faithful play call, and it's give the ball to Saquon and just hopes he breaks one, and he did
Yeah.
on the very first play of the game. He broke one and he got a touchdown.
And that was it.
Yeah,
Yep.
they didn't look back ever since. They haven't looked
Yeah.
back ever since.
Yeah.
let me
Shout out
just-
Zach Ertz though. Shout out
Yeah.
Zach Ertz going back to Philly.
Give the
If
ball
I
to
may just
Saquon
say
and
something
just hope he
too.
breaks one.
To reiterate it real quick, it really is Saquon versus the world. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If Philadelphia plays like this against the Kansas City Chiefs, who again have the most talented defense in the league right now, if they can shut down Saquon, they will win. This man he's an X factor. He's different. I have no words to say. I'm gonna glaze him, because honestly, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've never seen anyone being able to bet that he'll get over a 60-yard touchdown and you're not making double your money. I'll put $1 on flip and I'll make $1.17. Like, it's insane. But again, like I said last time, I know I'm interrupting, but if you can shut down Saquon, you're winning. If not, it's over. I'm sorry. My condolences.
My condolences. Well, I would agree with you, except it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I know.
He ain't gonna lose. He
And
ain't
the
gonna
Chiefs
lose.
I
dynasty.
understand that. I understand. We'll get to that. It's okay.
Hey,
It's
hey,
okay, I understand
we'll-
that.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
This is Super Bowl 59, right? If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yep.
So Super Bowl 57. What was the matchup for that one?
The same.
Eagles, Chiefs.
Oh right, who won it?
Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Yeah, sadly, I think we're gonna see the exact same BS.
Yeah. Marco, what did you think about this game, Commanders Eagles?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched the
Y-
later game. I watched the end of this game.
Okay.
Kind of when, they broke away here. It was 23-34 actually when I tuned in. Um, Honestly, I just feel like, props to Jaden Daniels. I think he's the guy to beat in the NFC. I mean, emerging player of the year for sure, and not only an emerging guy. I don't think he's going to be a one-hit wonder. I think we'll see him around, this sort of game in late January in the future. But honestly, I feel like I don't know. I think they have some work to do as a team. I think it's a massive improvement. I think getting Mr. Cleveland Cavaliers, Mr. Dan Snyder out of there, did wonders for the program. But I think the
Yeah.
Eagles, if there is a team in the NFC to give right now today to give Kansas City the best shot, I think that this is how it played out. At first, I thought it was going to be the Lions, honestly, and they showed their colors there at the end. But I'm confident in the Eagles' ability to give them a good fight. I will have to agree with Colin in saying that I just think the Chiefs are just a little unbeatable right now, especially when it comes to these clutch games where they just put it into second gear. The Kansas City Chiefs are they've proven time and time again that they don't need elite or blue chip wide receivers to get the job done. Patrick Mahomes is enough, and they just have consistency. So in terms of that game, I'll give my quick opinion on that game. Yeah, you can say there's a little bit of sway of the refs, but that's in every sport. I feel like the Buffalo Bills they went a little bullish at moments and going for two instead of taking easy extra points that I think they should have done. But at the end of the day, I think that Kansas City was just a better team. Couple uncharacteristic drops by good players. I think Josh Allen played still he played a heck of a game. The stat line shows it. But I think Patrick Mahomes just knows how to get it done. Home field advantage in Antarctica, in Siberia. He's a dude. So in my Super Bowl prediction, I'll just wrap it up here. I'm unfortunately, unless we see another generational game from Saquon, who I don't know what it is. I think it's like 540 yards in the postseason or something crazy like that. Unless, we see a generational game from Hurts and company, I'm taking the Chiefs for a three-peat, which Pat Riley will be making $1.2 million off of that because of his trademark of the term three-peat. I don't know if you guys know about that,
We'll
but
put that into getting some players for the
Wait,
Miami
wait,
Heat.
wait, wait, what? What?
so when the Bulls won and when I forget who else, when Kansas City or some other team three-peated last time, he coined when the Lakers three-peated in the 1980s. He trademarked the term three-peat.
Repeating.
So he gets a portion of all merchandise sold and other royalties that amounted to $600,000 the last time this happened in sports. And with the popularity of the Kansas City Chiefs and the overall just the revenue disparity between other leagues in the NFL,
What
he's
was the
expected
last
to make.
time we had witnessed
I
a repeat in
I saw it, but it was
Major
I
US
believe
sports?
2000, 2001, 2002 Los Angeles Lakers.
Lakers? Yeah.
yeah. So
That was a high
the
mark.
last time that happened, if we can he got 600,000 there. That was 25 years ago basically. So if you just factor in inflation,
So
that
he
that
might get 2-3 mil maybe then.
they're estimating 1.2, 1.5, and that's on the low end. They're being conservative on that. So that's just a cool stat for Mr. Riley. So I'm sure he's going to be watching this game and hoping the Chiefs can get it done. But
Just gonna
yep,
get the wife
that-
a nice Valentine's Day gift, eh?
he should get the wife a good Heat player. How about that, buddy? How about that?
I like the way this guy thinks, eh?
How about
Yes,
you
it
use
is.
that 1.2 to bribe some guy, give his wife something nice, maybe a discounted Bugatti Veyron, not really sure, but Anyway, that's what I got.
Yeah, I think that the Chiefs, the Chiefs are gonna do the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think there was anything that was gonna stop them. I'm not gonna lie though, I was really nervous. Like this game, it was as if the Dolphins were playing because I want the Bills to lose so badly. I was about to cry. If Kincaid caught that, I was about to cry. I was, oh my god, like I'm telling you, dude, it was like I was watching the Dolphins. I was like so nervous, but we got it done, ladies and gentlemen. The job has been finished. All of our rivals are out of the playoffs. No one is undefeated. shout out the Bills. You know, the Bills are great, man. They lose in the playoffs and they make all the teams lose, and they made the Chiefs lose. So, you know, very happy overall. Chiefs are going to the bowl. You know, and who picked the Super Bowl matchup before the playoffs even started? Wow. This guy. See, I know football.
The guy
right?
that watches football every Sunday.
Y'all got to give it to me, man. Before the playoffs started, I said
This
Chiefs,
guy's got
I
more
said the
screen time
Eagles.
on football than Marco does on LinkedIn, bro. And that's a compliment, boy.
Facts. That's facts, bro.
Oh, brother.
So anyways,
Hey.
I'm a very happy person, all right? We're
Props
gonna have
to
a
you,
great
Colin.
Super Bowl.
Props to you.
Thank
Good
you,
pick.
We're
Good
gonna have a
pick.
great Super Bowl. It's gonna be a great game. You know, I'm gonna save my pick, Oscar. Maybe you should as well for next week. You know, so we can have something to talk about next
let
week
me
on
just-
the podcast.
Let me
So
just-
Mark, you go ahead.
Yeah, let me just talk about this game real quick. Really, everyone on their tippy toes, especially in that fourth quarter. It was a heck of a game, and I mean, everyone had some sort of anxiety watching this because it could have went either way. But you know, the Chiefs owned the Bills. Mahomes owns big boy Joshy Allen, and again, you know, there's always some sort of sway with the refs and all that. But I didn't see any necessarily really bad calls this time. So I think it was a relatively fair matchup, and both teams played, you know, how they should. But the Bills made some questionable decisions. Instead of going for 1 point, extra point, they go for 2, or you know, a lot of these decisions that, you know, sometimes it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you gotta trust your players and trust that you'll get the ball back and score a touchdown that next drive, and not have to worry about going for a field goal, but you know, something like that, you know. So really, just it was a good game, and you know, I'm honestly excited for this Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Eagles. And I'll give my pick because I'm not sure if I'll be on the podcast next week. I'll be going back home, so you know, it's gonna be a little busy for me next week and stuff. But I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be another one of those games where, you know, the Chiefs are gonna slack off going into the third quarter, and they always make some crazy, unique play. We saw it with Wasp when the Super Bowl was in Miami versus San Francisco for that first time. There's always some unique stuff going on. And do I want to see the Chiefs three-peat? Yeah, because now I know that Pat Riley will get paid and he'll get us some Miami Heat players. So, you know, I'd love to get the Chiefs to three-peat, but it's Saquon, dude. Saquon's a dog. You got to shut down Saquon. It doesn't matter. Dude, when this Eagles team is running on 100% on all cylinders, and they're running on the afterburners, this is a tough team, dude. They're a tough team. They're a tough defense. Hopefully some players on their defense will be coming back too, I saw. I'm just excited, and honestly, I don't know if I can even give a pick, but I think
You don't have to if you don't want to. You can tell me, and then I can let the
yeah,
people
yeah.
know next week. It's
I'll
up to
you
you.
know, once the injury report come out and stuff, I'll give my pick,
Oh.
so I know, you know, who's playing, who's not, because you know, I gotta, you know, no, you know, I'm a big guy for injury reports. I gotta know who's questionable, who's not questionable. You know, some guys are doubtful. You know, some guys are in concussion protocol.
It's
Yada
the
yada
Super
yada.
Bowl, bro. Like, even if you're doubtful, you're probably gonna be playing that game.
Shoot, I'm
That's
just saying,
a
man.
good
I gotta wait
point.
for the injury report. You know what I mean? But you know,
Alright.
my,
Alright.
my,
Debo Samuel did last year. He was.
my preliminary scouting is
he
telling
had a
me
hip
that
injury, but
I
he
want to
still
see
played
the
the
Eagles
Super
to
Bowl.
win, but I think that the Chiefs are gonna win. But you know, that's my preliminary scouting for right now. You know.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I think that about does it for this week on the podcast. Yeah, I mean, so enjoy the Pro Bowl this weekend. And I know, yeah, enjoy the Pro Bowl this weekend. And, you know, I don't know, any other news comes out, you know, we'll talk about it next week, all right?
Yeah, you
And,
know, hopefully we'll get some Jimmy Butler news next week. That'd be great.
Oh,
you know,
boy.
get this man out of
That's
here.
true. That is true.
Um,
And we got some news floating around a certain individual in the NFL. It's not looking real good for him right now. So I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, big
Talk
boy
about it next
Tyreek.
week. No, not Tyreek. Not
Oh,
Tyreek.
who?
A little little Deshaun Watson action going on. I'm just
Oh,
gonna say
yo,
that.
I saw that. A little,
Yeah.
a little wanky, you know what I mean?
Okay, bro, chill, bro. I didn't do that. All right.
All right,
I
sign
didn't
sign
do it
us
either.
off. Sign
Alright,
us
Colin,
off.
alright.
It's a
Colin,
holy
before
stuffed episode.
before your page gets 3 strikes and you're out, let's
Yeah,
kick this guy out of the pot. How about that?
that's a great idea. Good thing he's not on next week. Let's
I
go.
don't know. We'll figure that out. I'll let you guys know if I'm
Look
on
at
next
Jonnu
week.
Smith at the skills challenge.
Hey,
Pro
my
Bowl.
boy.
What a
Coulda
guy! I
met
love
him.
that guy. Man.
All right,
Well,
dude.
thank you guys for tuning in to the episode of the Get It Right Saturday Night Podcast. We appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate the whole gang being here. And make sure you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Peace and love, baby.
See ya.